there's going to be a time in your journey where you kind of feel like the oddball out. Like all your friends are dieting. People on social media are still so obsessed about the way that they look. They're talking about their workouts. They're, talking about the way that they eat. Maybe you even have a family member or a friend that's very close to you, and they're still talking about, oh, I'm doing low carb, or I'm doing intermittent fasting, or whatever it is. And at the beginning of your journey, you might feel like you're the oddball out, like you're the only one doing something different. Like you're starting to see working out as like, I want to feel strong and I want to like challenge myself and I want to do this for my mental health, while people still are in the gym, like checking themselves out and, wanting like abs and like whatever it is, right? Like at the beginning, you're going to kind of feel like this oddball out and you're going to question yourself. You're going to question, but should I really be doing this for self-love, or should I just say, screw it? And you know what? Work out extra hard and focus on calories. You're going to question yourself, because when you aren't doing what everyone else is doing, it feels like almost like you're wrong. But I'm here to tell you that you're not wrong, number one. But what ends up happening is when you stay on that path, when you stay focused on, actually healing your relationship with food, not doing what everyone else is doing, because the reality is you don't want the results that everyone else has. You want the results that you deserve: happiness, fulfillment, joy, peace with food, confidence in your own skin, self-love. You're no longer chasing the smallest body. You want to be the healthiest body. You want to be in the healthiest body. You're no longer chasing how many calories you're burning. You want to say, I'm so freaking proud of myself today because, even though I had 25 million things to do for work today, I carved out time for myself. That's what you desire, right? Like taking care of yourself. And if you stay on your path, you're going to actually have people start to ask you, what are you doing? Like you must be doing something right. Like you're glowing. You look amazing. You look so happy. Like, okay, I know that you were telling me about this whole intuitive eating thing before, and like how I should stop dieting. And I know that like I kind of just brushed you off, but like I'm ready to hear it. Like, what are you doing? This happened to me on my journey. So back in like 2017, 2018, when I was super into like health and fitness, I was into health and fitness my whole life. But 2015, 16, 17, 18, I was very much into it. And people would ask me like, Lorna, what are your workouts? Like, how do you eat? Blah, 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 blah. But it was so like surface level, and it was just so like, oh yeah, well, I mean, like I'm motivated and like I work really hard and I do my workouts and like I eat super healthy. Like, in fact, I actually didn't even want to tell people what I was doing because I was barely eating. And if I told people how much I exercise, they would probably pass out. But when I said I'm done with that, I'm done like barely eating, and I'm done starving myself, I'm done macro tracking, I'm done over exercising. Like when I decided that I was done with that, like I don't want to do that anymore. I don't care if I'm the only person like working out from a place of self-love and doing less workouts and focusing more on like walks and yoga and stretching and still weights, but like I'm really pulling back. I don't care if I'm the only person. I'm going to do this. And there were people who weren't doing that. Like nobody else around me was doing that. Like I said, everyone was still focused on macro tracking, intermittent fasting, being on some type of diet, because people love to be like, oh, this is the diet that I'm on. Like people always just love to be like part of something. And I kind of felt like I was like isolating myself, and like no one else is like doing this whole relationship healing, like healing your relationship with food. But I said, I'm going to keep on going. And I kept on going. And then everyone's like, Lorna, you look so happy. You look so healthy. Like these were the compliments that I was getting. Before it was like, oh, like your body looks so good. Oh my gosh, you're so ripped, or whatever it is, right? Like, what are your workouts? And then people started saying, Lorna, you're glowing. Lorna, you look so happy. Like, what are you doing? Like, tell me what you're doing, because you just look amazing. And I was just laughing because I'm like, well, I felt like I was like behind the scenes. I'm like, you have no idea like who I'm stepping into. Like, just wait. Just wait until I heal my relationship with food. Like, I'm going to come out on the other side and you guys are literally going to be like, who the heck is this? And that's exactly what happened. I did the internal work to heal my relationship with food, even though people around me weren't really talking about this or people weren't really doing this. And then those same people came to me and they're like, okay, like, what are you doing? I'll never forget this one person that messaged me and she asked me to give her like a macro plan. And I was like, I don't do macro plans. Like I did way long time ago. But when I was transitioning and when I was healing my relationship with food and then I healed my relationship with food, I was like, people need to eat intuitively. And somebody asked me about giving them a macro plan. And I'm like, nope, sorry, I don't do that. She's like, well, you look amazing. Like, how do you eat? And I was like, I eat intuitively. And then kid you not too long after, she's like, I need to join your academy. Like, I need to work with you because you just like, you're glowing. Like, you just look amazing. And now I'm literally like, I'm sharing exactly what I did with all of you guys, but I'm here because I kept going when I felt like I was the oddball out. I kept going when all my other friends and all my other family members were dieting. If you want to be a source of inspiration, if you want people to be like, whoa, like you look amazing and like you're glowing, like you look so happy. And it's not even about those external compliments, but it's just interesting of like people will literally ask you like, what are you doing? Because you're just taking really good care of yourself. I had one client that I worked with inside of the Ditch Decade Diets Academy. And we of course worked on her emotional eating and binge eating and just healing body image, having a healthier self-image. And I remember her telling me, she's like, literally like my coworkers are just asking me like what I'm doing because they're just saying that I look so happy. And I said, yes, because you've healed. Yes, because you said no to everything that's no longer serving you. Over exercising, numbing out on food, starving yourself, over exercising. When you say no more to things that don't serve you and you say a freaking heck yes to the things that do serve you, even if it feels like no one else is doing it, you're going to be the one that wins. You're going to be the one that's at the top. You're going to be the one who actually conquers binge eating and has a healthy relationship with food. Now, people are coming back around and being like, okay, Lorna, just tell me what I need to do. I'm going to jump into your programs because, clearly what you're doing is working. I've even had some clients who have gone off and like done therapy and they're like, okay, Lorna, like I need to work with you because the therapy hasn't worked. The nutritionist hasn't worked. Like what you're doing is clearly working. Like you look amazing. You feel amazing. Like you live a good life. Like I want to work with you because it's like, I don't want to just conquer binge eating, but I want to stop giving a crapola about what everyone else thinks about me, or I want to stop, trying to like do what everyone else is doing. Like I want to stay in my own lane. Like I want to take good care of me, even if no one else is doing that. Like this is how you truly reach the goals that you want to do. It's you're not worried about what anyone else is doing. Like you're so in your own lane. And this is why community and support is so important, especially if you're inside of the membership, Conquer, or the Academy, my 3 main signature programs, the Root and Rewire membership, Conquer, or the Academy. You have the community backing you up because there will be times where you get triggered. There's going to be times where, you might want to go back to dieting. There's going to be times where maybe you're like, oh my gosh, like, my mom keeps talking about diet culture, or my friend keeps on bringing this up. And thank God you have our community. Thank God you have other people who are so connected to this mission and this goal of healing their relationship with food and ending binge eating so that you don't feel alone. Because when you're trying to navigate this on your own and you kind of feel like the oddball out, it's so easy to give in and be like, well, no one else is healing their relationship with food. I must be wrong. And you're not wrong, but it feels like you're wrong because it's like you're the only person doing it. Compared to, you might feel like the oddball out because your friends, your coworkers, your family members are talking about dieting. And then you come into our badass community And everyone else there is like, it's like an army of like badasses who are like, I got you. Like, we're doing this. We're healing our relationship with food. We're breaking years of, yo-yo dieting. Like, we're doing this. We're going to conquer. Everyone's got your back. And then you're like, okay, it's okay if I might feel like the oddball out in real life, but I feel like I belong here. I feel like I'm actually part of a community, a safe, loving, judgment-free community that's reminding me of my why, that's reminding me to keep on going. And then all of your other friends one day are going to come around and be like, okay, what are you doing? You look so happy. You look so healthy. You're just freaking glowing. You have so much energy. What have you been doing these past few years? And you're literally going to be laughing because you're like, I just ended dieting. I stopped dieting. Like, that's literally what it is. When people tell me all the time, Lorna, you look amazing. What workouts do you do? And I'm like, it's not about that. I healed my relationship with food. I healed my relationship with exercise. I cultivated self-love. I have a better self-image. Like, I kid you not. People ask me all the time, Lorna, what are your workouts? What do you look amazing. Oh, I can't wait to look like that. And I'm like, you have no idea the inner work that I've done to get here. I actually, yes, I work out, but I don't even focus on that. I don't even focus on my workouts. And I'm actually doing an entire masterclass, How I Stay Fit Without Dieting. That's coming up, depending on when I put this recording up. But if you're interested in that, you can just message me. But I'm doing an entire masterclass on how I stay fit without dieting. And I'm going to talk about how I'm able to be so consistent, how I'm able to feel amazing in my own skin without dieting or without spending hours in the gym. Like, I do things behind the scenes that I don't really talk about that allows me to stay so consistent with a body that I feel so good in. And I don't have to track my food. I don't have to diet. I don't have to spend hours in the gym. In fact, I actually work out less, but I'm so much more intentional with my workouts. And I'm going to share what that process looks like, because so many people think, well, if I want to feel amazing in my own skin, I just have to work out like crazy and burn off so many calories and just say no to my cravings. And it's not that at all. So if you're interested in that masterclass, you can just message me on my Instagram, say, hey, I listened to that podcast about that masterclass that you're doing, how you stay fit without dieting. If you're inside of the membership, you're inside of Conquer or the Academy, of course, you get access to this. But if you're listening to this podcast episode and you're not in those programs, you can message me and I'll be able to share the details on what that is. But I wanted to share this podcast episode because this is so important. This is why you got to keep on going. It's not, I'm going to keep on going and I'm going to conquer so that people can compliment me and say, oh my God, you're glowing. It's not about that. It's doing this for you, number one. But also it's like the people that are dieting around you, it's like you might get triggered by them. And then those people are literally going to end up getting triggered by you, because it's like, wait, how come you're able to eat that and not feel guilty? Wait, how come you're able to feel so good in your own skin? Like, tell me, what are you doing? And again, it's not even about the external validation or any of that, but it's like those people are often going to come around and be like, okay, just tell me what you're doing. So when you're getting triggered and be like, oh, my friend's dieting, maybe I should do that diet. No. Because eventually she's going to end up healing her relationship with food too. This is just how it works. I don't care how many diets somebody has been on. Eventually, they're going to be fed up, and eventually, they're going to have to heal their relationship with food. Like, they don't need to, but they're going to want to. And so you can either stick with them and feel like, oh, I belong with diet culture, and oh, good, I'm dieting too. And then you spend years and years and years and years dieting, and then you eventually heal your relationship with food. Or you can let everyone else around you diet, and you say, I'm going to be the one to heal my relationship with food. You spend those months healing your relationship with food, and then you have your entire life where you never have to diet again. You never have to deprive yourself. You never have to spend hours in the gym, and you feel so amazing in your own skin. Like, it's almost like you're going to be like in a rocket ship and you're like taking off, and everyone's like, where did you go? And you just like spent the past few months like healing your relationship with food, just working on yourself, working on your self-love, rewiring your brain, becoming less impulsive. And then you're going to go to that social event and people are going to be like, whoa, like, you know, you're able to like eat without guilt and you're stopping when you're full and you're able to leave food on your plate and you feel confident in that bathing suit and like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, who is she? So most importantly, do this for you, but do not get sucked into diet culture when you're the only person healing your relationship with food. Good. Be that person. Lead by example. Don't do it for the people that are dieting. Do it for your kids. Do it for you. Do it for your kids. Do it for your future family. I did not care if anyone else around me was dieting. I was like, this is what I need to do for me. I'm going to do this for myself. I'm going to do this for my husband because I know that I'm just going to be a better wife when I'm no longer crazily dieting. I'm going to do this for my future children. Like, that's why you want to do it. That's why you want to do it. And who cares if you feel like I'm the only one? Good. You don't want to be like everyone else. I really recognize that. I never wanted to be like anyone else. I've always felt like the oddball out in so many different areas of my life. I never drank. People, my friends would go out and drink. I never, went to clubs and like stayed out super late and I'd be in bed at like 8 o'clock, doing a nighttime routine and waking up super early. And I remember in university, I would get up at like 5 a.m. and it was like pitch black, literally, not, kid you not, pitch black. And I'd be walking to the gym in university by myself. It would be pouring rain sometimes. I'd be there with my umbrella, going to the gym and just taking care of myself. And I didn't care like what anyone else was doing. Well, like there was a part of me that was like, oh, like I'm so different. Like, and I had a thought like maybe I should start drinking. Maybe I should start going to clubs and like start partying and like just not give a shit about anything. But deep down, I literally couldn't do that because that wasn't me. And so it's beautiful that you're different. It's beautiful that you're unique. It's beautiful that you're not like everyone else. You don't want to be like everyone else. Like that's the truth. Like you actually don't want to be like everyone else. And so in those moments where you feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm the only one, like everyone else is dieting. Like I'm just like this oddball out. Good. You literally don't want to be like everyone else. You are unique and you're different for a reason. You're healing your relationship with food. You're working on your self-love. You're stepping into the greatest version of yourself. That's the most beautiful, loving thing that you can do for yourself. Let everyone else do what they want to do. They want to drink. They want to stay up late. They want to do X, Y, Z. Let them. When you know in your heart and your soul that you're doing exactly what you're meant to be doing, like you're going to get amazing results because you're following your heart, you're following your path. You're not trying to mold yourself into somebody that you're not. It's like you're resisting. It's like you're trying to go back to diet culture because everyone else is doing that, and your heart is like, no, man, like this is not for me. It's like then there's going to be resistance, and it's not going to work. It's literally not going to work. Like literally, you're going to try to go on that diet, and the diet's like you're going to be so freaking fed up, and you're like, okay, fine. Like your body's going to show you like this is not the way. It's not the way. So that's what I have to share with you today. Again, if you're interested in that masterclass, how I stay fit without dieting, message me on my Instagram. Just message me like fit, and I'll send you the details. Again, it's going to be inside of the Root and Rewire membership. If you're inside of Conquer, you get access. If you're in the academy, you get access as well too. But I'm going to be walking you through essentially how I stay fit without dieting, how I feel so freaking good every single day without over-exercising, without weighing my food, without tracking my food. And it feels so effortless. I feel so good. I have energy. I feel strong. I love my workouts. I'm so in tune with my body. I can rest when my body needs it without feeling guilty. I'm walking you through this entire process so that you can also feel so amazing in your own skin and just work out from a pure place of self-love. So you're going to learn how to shift from a mindset of punishment and calorie burning to one of self-love regarding your workouts, how to navigate being around people who can't stop talking about their bodies or, tracking and dieting, how to navigate that and how to continue on this path towards healing your relationship with food when people around you aren't doing that. how to stop focusing on working out to change your physical appearance, but still be actually motivated to move your body from a place of self-love, how to even work out and move your body intuitively versus having to try to plan everything, and then how to balance pushing yourself in your workouts while also balancing letting yourself rest when you actually need it. And of course, I'm going to be sharing my workout routine and how that's really evolved, what my workouts look like when I was binging, what my workouts look like when I was healing my relationship with food, and then what my workouts look like now that I am free, and how I effortlessly maintain a body I feel so good in without spending hours in the gym and without dieting. So just message me the word fit and I'll share all the details with you. I'm so freaking excited.